Hey, welcome to another episode of beersandbars.com on beer reviews. I'm here today. It's a Sunday. It's the last day before we got to go back to work. So we're just chilling, having a little barbecue, carne asada, some salsa, guacamole, and some beer, of course. But I wanted to discuss something that came to light to me actually yesterday when I was shopping at Total Wine and More. And I picked up a 6-pack of Barrel Trolley IPA. I consider myself a hophead. I really like the bitterness, the IBU of a good IPA. So when I picked it up, I expected it to have some hoppiness, some good. But when I tried it, unfortunately, um, it didn't taste too much like an IPA, and maybe it shouldn't have been labeled as an IPA. Maybe more like a ale, Belgian style ale. It has what I did taste was a high alcohol content, which it does have a 6.5, I believe. What it did have, but it didn't have characteristics uh, of an IPA. So that reminded me of an article I read recently in issue 88 of the Beer Advocate magazine. If you haven't picked it up, it comes out every month. It's not too expensive. I think it's like $20 for a year subscription, so it's pretty reasonable. You could also get it digital, but I still like the whole paper in my hand type thing. And the article was basically the Brewers Association. Currently, right now, craft beer is 7.8 of the total beer market. And so, what their prediction was that by 2020, they would be 20% of the beer market, which is pretty cool. But one of the things that they made light of was consistency. So in the article it says, the lack of consistency among a number of brewers might be charming to some, but it's frustrating for consumers who expect the same quality every time they purchase what should be the same product. Now, I guess what they meant also is they meant the consistency of every beer that they make. Like if you taste an IPA one month and you go ahead and purchase this same one, the following month you want it to be the same quality. So I think that's what they meant by consistency. But also another thing I think is when I purchased this IPA, I thought some I thought of this type of IPA, that I understood that this might not be the same thing, not by the high quality that Stone Brewing has, but I figured it would have some characteristics of an IPA. That bitterness, that hoppiness of it. But it didn't have anything that this IPA does have. But it also, as a consumer, you also get what you pay for. This one costs you $8. This one costs you, I believe this will cost me $6 or $7. So you also get what you pay for. Which is true, buyer beware, right? You want to go cheaper, that's the quality you get. But at the same time, I didn't get any characteristics of an IPA. So even though I understood that it wasn't going to be as good as Stone Brewing, I was hoping maybe it might reach those heights, but it didn't. So yes, it was frustrating because there was plenty of beers I could have picked up, but it was also my fault because I went the lower cost route. So, but I mean, also you could pick up a beer that costs $20 and still not like it. So I guess that's what they mean also by consistency when it comes to brewing and different styles. You expect the same styles to be similar when it comes to even when you're buying different styles of beer or from different breweries. Not saying this was a bad beer. What I'm saying is that it was characterized as an IPA, and it wasn't. It didn't have the characteristics of an IPA that I'm expected to drink. Now, in the long run, the Home Brewers Association or the Brewers Association, this is what hurts. For me personally, no, because I'll try a different beer over and over. I'll try different beers. Another small brewery comes out with an IPA, I'll give it a try. That doesn't bother me. But for a consumer who looks for consistency, they might just stick to their big brew. They won't go outside Stone Brewing. They won't try anything else because in their minds, small brewers that come out that are new or whatever don't have the same quality. So this kind of hurts that growing of the craft beer. But that's one man's opinion, and maybe I'll try a pale ale. Maybe I'll try something else that these guys come out with. But I know maybe I'll try an IPA in a couple months, or maybe next year or whatever. But not all IPAs are created equal. Even though you think the same beer styles are going to be similar amongst different breweries, they are not. So buyer beware. Sometimes the lower priced beer is not the best beer. In this case, the higher priced beer, because we already know the consistency of Stone Brewing is the right choice. But always buyer beware. And just, at the end of the day, hopefully the beer is good enough to enjoy. And if it's not, well, at least you try something new. You took that step. And I hope your next beer is your best beer. And if it isn't, the good thing is that you can try again. Alright guys, well, hope you enjoyed this latest episode of beersandbars.com. Please hit me up on Twitter, like me on Facebook, hit me up, watch my videos on YouTube, and thank you again. And have you done so already? Have a great beer.